The fact that Red Dead Redemption is cheaper than it's ever been for a true Nintendo Switch physical copy, all on the cartridge with the Undead Nightmare campaign included, and the fact that it just got a huge announcement for a free Nintendo Switch 2 upgrade makes this game an absolute must buy for anyone who has a Nintendo Switch, and especially a Nintendo Switch 2. I am really excited to try this game on the Switch 2 because it is getting an upgrade that's going to increase the frame rate to 60 frames per second, 4K when docked, 1080p in handheld. And I actually beat this game not long ago on my Nintendo Switch OLED and had a really amazing time with it. And I'm looking forward to finally playing the Undead Nightmare on the Nintendo Switch 2 when the free upgrade launches on December 2nd. I do want to talk about why this game, Red Dead Redemption, is so special to me and why the Switch 2 upgrade is such a big deal. But before I do that, I do just want to briefly talk about why this announcement is such a big deal and how it points to something really big coming from Rockstar Games in the future with the Nintendo Switch 2 and the Red Dead Redemption series, because it's been reportedly leaked for a long time by Nate the Hate, who is a really refutable Nintendo Switch 2 leaker and source, that Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming to the Switch 2. It was also reported by Doc Trey, who is a really good trusted source as well. I mean, the guy did his research, went on LinkedIn, and even was able to leak the new Fire Emblem game before that was officially announced at a Nintendo Direct. But the reason why I definitely think this new Switch 2 upgrade points to the second game coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 is because they are putting Red Dead Redemption not just on the Switch 2, but on all major platforms, pretty much on everything, on Netflix, on Android, on iPhone, on PS5. They're trying to get this game out to as many people as possible. And I think when the Switch 2 version comes out, they're also going to put it on PS5, probably try to get it on PC and everywhere else that they can as well. So that is really exciting that Nintendo players are finally going to get their chance to play Red Dead Redemption 2 on the Nintendo Switch 2. But this upgrade is awesome because if you already own the game, you're basically getting a Nintendo Switch 2 game now for free. It's going to increase the frame rate and the resolution, which is a big deal for me because one thing that really makes Red Dead Redemption a special game to me is that it kind of bridges the gap between the old school creativity and also at the gen where we kind of started going for more realism in video games. It has those kind of more realistic physics, the ragdoll physics, and just being able to see all that play out in 60 frames per second is going to be really nice. Having the upgraded resolutions, this game's going to be looking better than it's ever been in. The reason why this game is just so special for me is because growing up, I always loved the Grand Theft Auto games. But as I got older, it's funny, I actually kind of like violent and like vulgar and dirty stuff less than I did as a kid. That could be because of my beliefs as well, but also because I have kids. I am a father, so I don't really like playing these dirty light games. If I do play Red Dead Redemption, I'm only playing it in handheld. The kids aren't watching me play that. But the reason I love Red Dead Redemption so much is because it kind of brings that open world sandbox gameplay, even the gunplay from the Grand Theft Auto games, but it has a more mature and serious tone for it. I mean, you can still be a wild cowboy and just shoot up the town if you want, but I like how the character of John Marston is more mature, more serious, and he's actually trying to have a true redemption story. He's trying to be a legitimate person and leave his outlaw life behind. I also really like how this game shedded light on the fact that there's always been government corruption from early on. The story in this game is actually just really realistic. The way it shows that government corruption, I think it's a very realistic and also a story that, you know, you can definitely believe is something that could have happened in real life back then. But I just love this era of video games on the PS3, how it still had a lot of imagination behind it with the lore, the side quest in the games, but the physics were going for something more realistic and they feel really good. They still make the game feel a lot of fun. It's not too realistic, but it definitely feels more realistic than games that came out in the PS2 era. Another game that had similar physics was Grand Theft Auto 4, but I'm really excited to finally play Red Dead Redemption with all the bells and whistles on the Switch 2 when that upgrade comes out on December 2nd. But let me know, are you excited to play this game even on the Nintendo Switch 1? Or are you going to be picking it up now that it's cheaper than ever at $25 on Amazon right now? I will have the link in the description if you're interested in buying that game that way. That would also help support the channel as well. I don't know how long it's going to be that cheap, because before that it had been going for $30 for a long time. But are you excited to play this game on the Switch or Switch 2? Let me know down in the comments. I really appreciate you watching. Please hit that like button, and I will definitely catch you all on the next video.